who aren't part of the unions. And they're going to make it even worse by getting card check in there if they can succeed in passing it, because then you're not going to have the freedom to be able to cast a secret ballot to decide whether or not to have a union. And they're going to be able to come knock on your door and say, you like your job, right? Well, vote for the union so you can keep it. But then there's also the unspoken thing of, if you don't vote for it, and it passes, and we get a union, guess who's going to be on the chopping block first? And so these guys, they got started years and years ago doing something good and trying to make sure that businesses weren't treating their workers unfairly. But it's gotten way out of hand to where now, instead of the businesses holding the workers hostage, the unions are holding the businesses hostage in a lot of cases. And I think taking that money, like you were saying, Dan, taking that money that's going towards those unions to pay for those pensions and the dues and everything else that the federal government's doing right now with that, using that in areas like Social Security and other programs as kind of a stopgap until those programs can be done away with, would at least help to slow down the bleeding for a little bit longer.
A couple things. What about the fair tax? Yes or no? Are you
Yes.
for it? Okay. Legal immigration, as far as really shutting the borders down?
I think the biggest issue with illegal immigration is we need to deal with why they're coming here. They're not coming here because,
That's not what I asked. I asked you about shutting the borders down. No ifs, no ands, no buts. We shut the borders down. It can't be done. Are you for it or against it? I'm not worried about the workers. I'm not worried about the employers. I'm worried about shutting the border down. Answer, yes or no.
I'm against shutting the border down for this reason. Because we do need to allow people through, but we need to know who's coming through. And so, shutting the border down, if I understand what you're saying, is to know who is coming through, not to completely, lock anybody in and keep everybody out.
Shut it down. I don't want another soul walking across the border. Not one, not two, none. I don't want any of them walking across the border. It can be done. So I want somebody who's got enough guts and enough brains to go up to Washington and say, guys, we need to shut this thing down. Are you willing to do that?
The biggest thing that would help to keep those people from coming across too is getting rid of the welfare programs that those people end up getting into.
That's not what I asked. I want the border shut down first. Then we'll take care of the people inside the border. Would you support completely shutting the border down? No ifs, no ands, no buts. Nobody crosses without getting shot.
Tim, let me
No.
help with that. Let me help with that. What you're talking about is illegal immigration, people coming across the border without any border checks. I don't think you're talking about stopping all the border crossings and
Anybody coming across needs to come through a border check. Then we need to know who's coming in and who's leaving.
Well, that's fine. That's called shutting the borders down. But
That's not really shutting the borders down, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand is what you meant by the question there. So on that, I am in favor of shutting the borders down insofar as we know who's coming in at the border checks. We need to know who's in this country. We need to know who's coming here. And if you're not here legally, you need to go home. And we need to make you go home. Because you don't need to be here unless you've gone through the front door instead of coming in through the back door.
Also, Tim, I think we as 912ers need to recognize who we are and who we stand for. And if it gets to the point where you vertically out of control with things, we need to just sit and pray over things. Because remember, your light shines wherever you are. And we need to remember what our 912 is for. We need to remember every day and not, go before the Lord. We've got 2.5 months to realize who we're going to be. Chappell and I both are from the coast. He's from Long Beach. I'm from Duckwood. I was born before Steve Palazzo. I was born before Gene Taylor. I know both of them. You know what? We need to realize who we're putting in office to let our light shine and get on our knees every day and every second you got to go before the Lord and ask God to who you're going to vote for when you get in that booth. Because I'm telling you, we had the best candidate running, Joe Tedgerbein, that was running on the ticket. And when Joe spoke at Southern, at USM at Thad Cochran, I can remember a lot of Tim's workers there coming up to Chapel and I'd say, you know what? This is a truth. If I hadn't already dedicated myself to work for Tim, I would have been on Joe's ticket. I'm going to tell you what, we had the best guy running. And the two we got now and the three, you got to compare them, okay? Look at their hearts. What do you want up there to represent us? You know? That's all I have to say. You know, you just remember what 912 stands for and what we do for the Lord. 912. That's what we're here for, okay?
Sam, I don't know if this is what it meant, but Pat Buchanan has said several years ago, we need to have a moratorium. Legal, illegal, let's assimilate what we got, then assess whether we want to do. But I don't know if that's what you meant, but that's something to think about.
You're talking about like an amnesty?
No!
Okay, I want to make sure that I understood what you're talking about.
Shut the border down, stop illegal immigration, stop legal immigration for a period of time. Let's assimilate what we got before we start talking about
Well, I can certainly see the merit in that, and I'm not entirely in favor of something like that, but who knows, we may be seeing a need for it definitely in the next few months here. You know, I'm not entirely in favor of you know, keeping everybody out, but you need to come in legally.
for a period of time.
Keep two things in mind.
The problem is though, how long of a period of time are we talking about?
Till we assimilate what we got.
How long does that take though? That's the question you have to look at when you're doing that.